Bro, how are you even supposed to get through right here if you wanted to get through? Can I crop? Can I get through right here?
How much are them, bro?
How much are these bikes? Today we are on the Electripet Grasshopper. This bike matches my gloves very well and it looks like a Buzz Lightyear bike. I think it looks sick. I'm not crazy about colors usually, but this purple has a very nice sparkle to it and the green perfectly matches my gloves. I thought that was amazing. This bike is 4,500 bucks, same price as an E-Ride Pro 2.0, and honestly it shares a ton of stuff with it. Same power, same parts. Seems like the brakes kind of look the same. They both have fast A suspension. This one has one major difference though. At the exact same price point, this is a 72 volt 60 amp hour bike. In theory it should have 33% more range than an E-Ride Pro 2.0, and it's bigger. It's like noticeably bigger. It's a little bit smaller than an Ultra B for significantly less. 4,500 bucks. You get fast A suspension, CST tires. The bike puts you in a very comfortable position. I'm a big fan of it. I am also a big fan of this seat, dude. Hold on, one more stop so I can check out, show you the seats. This is also a better shot of the paint. The paint does have a very nice sparkle to it in the sun, but let me show you what's going on under this seat. Super genius. I don't know why more companies don't do this. You have huge amounts of storage right here. You have storage here. Technically, you probably have storage here if you were creative. A big long seat that comes up, and in theory, a ton of range. I guess we're going to be testing that today as we go. Other than that, pretty standard fare. I mean, 4,500 bucks is a pretty good deal now compared to everything else out there. So let's get to it. Let's ride the bike today, see how it really feels. It definitely sits pretty upright. At my ancient 33 years of age, I can say I'm a fan of how this bike feels. To be honest, I was not sure. Let me take a look here. I don't know if I'm getting rub or if it's my regen it's on. Thank you, bro.
How much are them, bro?
How much are these bikes? I mean, dude, it depends on where you're looking.
A lot of money.
You know, if you buy one online, who knows? This one ain't even mine, so I don't even know how much it costs, to be honest. Thank you, man. Y'all be safe. I think I have some slight front end rubbing. It might come out if I just ride it a little bit. Tip learned over time: don't talk about prices. So I learned that one many a moons ago, realistically a couple of years ago, because I used to tell everyone how much my bikes were worth. All right, where are we gonna go today to test out the Electripet? Full pin sport mode. I will stand on the fact that this is about all the power that you really need. The bike that I main currently has 27 kilowatts, more than double what this bike has, and I find myself completely unable to use it. I want to say 75 to 80% of the time I'm riding it. It's kind of like a really expensive sports car. Like, you could get a Miata, still have a lot of fun, or you can get, like, you know, a 911 and it's a lot more expensive, but it's like, you know, 10 to 15% more fun, and I guess looks cooler. Not the greatest example. 12 kilowatts is really more than enough to have fun on one of these bikes. And dude, this one feels so good. I'm pleasantly surprised by the feeling, or at least the initial feeling, of riding this bike, because it's only been 5 minutes. But honestly, I've ridden so many bikes, I feel like at this point I instantly know when something feels like clanky, poorly sized, weirdly positioned riding experience. I don't know, I've just ridden too many bikes, bro. So like, if I ride something I don't like it, it's really hard for me to pretend that I do. And this is it's nice, bro. It's kind of like a mini Ultra B. That's really what I compare it to. It's like a small Ultra B, and realistically the Ultra B debuted with the same power as this. It's literally what the Ultra B used to be back when it came out, 2004, I think. Don't trust me, I look like I'm going crazy, but I'm being very careful to avoid these birds. Ugh. Dude, this bike is really comfortable. I thought it'd be like a lot more of a rough ride, but this is like a proper adult's e-bike. It's a little bit bigger, very comfortable. Bars are upright. It's just flying around stuff. I'm not trying to scare these birds. That's on me. I'm sorry, birds. I'm sorry. Let me just get out of here. There was a standoff here this morning. There was like a multiple hours long standoff right here in this park. Someone was held up in the bathrooms. That's what we're gonna go check out. I'm just gonna go look at it. It's like business as usual over here today though. I mean, not much has changed over the last couple weeks. All the FBI sweeps that the US government can do, and not one change here if we're being realistic. I mean, not one major change. There's a few less people, but by and large, this is still the place to come and get strung out in LA, to say the least. It just is. Besides Skid Row, that is. All right, MacArthur Park. All the teams that like everyone out here in LA cares about got kicked out of the World Cup. South Korea's out, Mexico's out, the USA is out. So like, it's crazy how World Cup fever just straight up disappeared from out here. Like, no one cares. This, yeah, right here. Ooh, going through some mud. Yeah, this is the park where he was held up, right there in that bathroom. He was in there for like 2 hours. I was thinking to myself, that has to be one of the most awful experiences I can imagine, being in a MacArthur Park bathroom held up, and it was like 85 degrees in the middle of the day today. Just stanking. He's just in there stanking, smelling stank, and just tanking it, and just sitting there and thinking, man, why am I doing this? You know, that's the only thing that I can imagine must have been going through his mind, is like, why am I doing this right now? Dressed up for MacArthur Park. I mean, I guess, you know, we got live music. Let's go. We're gonna go this way. I pretty much never go this way, actually. I kind of want to get this thing out in the street and just pin it to see how it feels when you just, well, do exactly that. Let's put it in sport mode and let's do it. I'm not expecting my face to get blown off, but I'll probably be pleasantly surprised. Not quite like pick the front end up, but it's quick enough. We are in miles per hour. Wait a second, this bike is super fast. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, we just tested the brakes because I didn't even realize that I was plummeting myself directly into like, well, destiny, I guess you could say. This bike is pretty damn quick. Okay, well, it's got some speed to it. Here we go. MacArthur Park's most infamous alley. I haven't been down here in so long, folks. It's nasty. It's so gross. I try to avoid it pretty much by any means, but it's actually, well, it's pretty bad still. Yeah, I was gonna say it's not that bad. It's still pretty bad. We've seen it worse for sure, and I held my breath, so I don't really know how it smells. I really do my best to not smell anything going through there anymore. Folks, I can't iterate enough how much I was not sure if I would like this bike, and that I am pleasantly surprised by it. And it's rare that I get sent a bike and I'm like, oh, you know, maybe I'll like it. And I usually have a lot of harsh things to say. I don't really know what to dig in on this bike about, except for the brakes. I feel like they're rubbing, but that could be, you know, I installed the front wheel myself, so maybe that's got something to do with it. And it's surely the front wheel it's rubbing. It's rubbing pretty hard. That's probably on me. Other than that, though, their E-Ride, like all the parts that you would see on an E-Ride 2.0 are on this bike. It's just got better range. And I'm pretty sure that the range is significantly better because we just did multiple full pin pulls and we've been ripping around for probably like 3 miles, which realistically, I'm gonna be honest, on most bikes, after even just 3 miles of doing that, we'd be down to like, I wanna say 94, 95% range. So the fact that we're at 98%, it's basically not even budged, and we started at 99. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. No, homie freaked out, bro. Don't worry. I know. Well, hey, he did it with good reason, because these are the alleys that you would freak out with someone pulling up on you in. So let's see, let's go ahead and keep it moving. The LAPD going overhead. Look at this cinematic shot, man. LA. Where are they going though? Let's venture down the next MacArthur Park alley. When we come out here, we might as well just go down. Oh my, Jesus Christ. That is rough right there, man. That's some of the, yeah, well, when you come down here, you gotta know what to expect, and that's what to expect. Surprising through just the absolute worst of the worst. I usually come here with goggles. I only have glasses on today. The goggles prevent all the things from entering my helmet, which, well, they're in there now. If they weren't before, they're in there now. Oh boy. Okay, well there's that, folks. Let's keep going. Another thing is, since it's only 12 kilowatts, one like ironic part about the constant uphill kilowatt battle in all these new e-bikes is that it's just making the range suffer. So like the bikes they're constantly battling the increase in power by having to buff everything else up, so you get super beefy brakes. And you know, a lot of people I think want that, but then there's a lot of people who just want a bunch of range, right? And I am definitely more in the camp of like, give me a bike that's not crazy heavy. This bike's, you know, definitely not lightweight, but it's not super heavy either. It's not like plus 200 pounds. And I just want a bunch of range, right? I just want the most range possible. So if I go out and I just feel like being gone all day, just riding around all day, I can do that. That is a super underrated part of riding these bikes in the first place that I feel like is starting to get forgotten. Just going outside and riding it, you know, like forget all the power specs. Obviously you want some good brakes and some good tires, but after that, like everything is just like low-key demeasuring, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, in my opinion, it's kind of like starting to feel like a lack of return in the parts that matter. Case in point, my bike that I've been riding every day, my Arctic Leopard, I just paid $6,000 for it, right? And it's supposed to be like the best of the best. It's kind of like this in a lot of ways. It's like an Ultra B size bike, and it's got like crazy power and all this stuff. And the thing that I don't love about it is that the range is pretty awful. Like the range is not good at all. Like I think if I spent that bike all the way through, I'd probably get about 35 miles of range out of it altogether. which is just, it's just not very good, you know. It's just not. And you'd expect to see like 50 miles of range. Oh my God, they finally cleared their sidewalk up. This is where I was coming today. Let's see what it looks like after it's been cleared out. This was literally just top to bottom, straight up, you were not able to pass it. It was, I didn't even know how to describe it. It was crazier than a camp. It was something else. They're doing their best to try and get it accessible again, but it's not quite there yet. I wonder where everybody who they kicked out of from right here ended up going, because, well, as we all know out here, when they kick someone out of an alley, they just kind of shuffle them somewhere else. It's really the LA way to do it. They take people from one place and they say go somewhere else, and then they go somewhere else, like a few blocks or sometimes a few miles away, and then, well, the cycle continues. Starting over here in beautiful Westlake, we're gonna go ahead and cut down to the city next. Gonna do a lengthy ride today. One more thing is, like, I'm pretty tapped into like e-bikes and stuff. I've never heard of this bike at all. I've never seen it before. I've never heard of the brand. They really came out of nowhere and they're like, hey, we really want you to try our bike. And I was like, you know what? I haven't really been trying that many new bikes lately. Why not? So here we are. And to be honest, I was really ready to be underwhelmed, but I am, you know, I'd say pretty whelmed. And you might be asking, is this price fair? 4,500 bucks. Honestly, I think so, because in reality, it is something that you'd be shopping across a e-ride 2.0 with, right? That's the direct competitor to this price-wise. And for that bike, well, you're getting e-ride brand name, which is good. You're getting significantly less range, probably. The same parts, a smaller bike, the old school type of seat that sucks. And I can't stress to you guys enough, you really don't know how important having a good seat on one of these bikes is until you ride a bunch of really bad seats. They will ruin your day, and all the range in the world won't matter if the seat makes your butt hurt after like an hour. So the seat is actually like a pretty big selling point for me, honestly. You don't really see this size seat on this many bikes. It's so good. Get one more look at this bike, how it sits. Oh, the plastic's coming off. So it does run Far Driver. In order to like modify this, you need to download the Far Driver app, get involved in it, and it's kind of like, in my opinion, it's pretty complicated, so I don't ever bother with it. But here's how it looks, dude. I'm really a fan of how it looks. It looks like a small Ultra B. This battery is huge though. The weight feels fine, I will say that. It's all very condensed. Let's see how much it weighs. Another thing is, I've been dealing with so many bikes lately where you can't grab it right here. The fact that you can, like, this might sound stupid, but trust me, as someone who's dealt with so many of these bikes now, when you can grab it here, it's a huge benefit to be able to do stuff like this. A lot of the bikes I've been riding recently, you can't grab it there. It sounds dumb, but like, it's a huge pain point when you're living with the bike daily. All right, well, one of the main benefits of this bike is range, so we are gonna test the range a little bit. We're gonna try and cover some ground here, head south and go south. We're gonna be pending it as much as we can too, to try and, you know, not just use the range, but use the power. Because what fun on one of these bikes if you can't pin it, even with 12 kilowatts. 12 kilowatts of power. Plus we have a regen or something, so that's also, I'm gonna say, eating our range. Dude, it's so nice. It's actually very good power. Very satisfied, I gotta say. Now the brakes, I would say, have to be the weakest point on this entire bike, and it's so common with all these e-bikes for the brakes to be the weak point. We're starting to see, like, with the next gen of everything, like the brakes are being like significantly improved across the board. But the thing is that, bro, how are you even supposed to get through right here if you wanted to get through? Can I get through right here? Sorry. Jeez, bro, crazy. It still blows my mind how in LA they're able to just take over the sidewalk and nobody cares. Like, the city doesn't care. The people are forced to not care because, like, what are you going to do about that as an individual? There's nothing you can do. Like, you're pretty much helpless. You're just forced to not use that sidewalk. So anyways, the brakes, definitely, I would love to see an upgrade, but for the price, this is just like where the brakes on most of these bikes are. And secondly, you can technically improve your braking power, at least on asphalt, obviously, by switching the tires out. I think that, like, a lot of people don't even consider that. If you just take the knobbies off, which are for the dirt, you will get better, everything really, better acceleration, probably better speed, better traction, better braking, unless you're riding in the dirt, which is what these bikes are for, which is what you should be doing if you get one. Of course, that's what you're doing, right? You're not riding it in the street illegally. No one would do that, right? I don't know who would even consider such a thing. Anyways, So this speedo is accurate, but I'm gonna assume, just like all these bikes, probably saying I'm going slightly faster than I really am. So maybe we're going, maybe, I don't know. If it says 30, maybe 27 is what we're actually going. When it said 60 earlier, we're probably going like 55, 56 maybe. Hard to really say, but our trip odometer is at 6.6 miles with 90%. That's promising. With the way we've been riding, I mean, that could be crazy range. That could be a range record. Dude, what is going on in here? They got a whole setup. It's crazy. It's kind of sick. Creates a major blind spot though. I'm peeking out like, hello? I feel like if I was gonna be commuting on an e-bike, this is like about what I would want. Tons of range, not too heavy. Dude, I can't get over. I probably sound like a broken record, but I'm telling y'all, man, if you watch me review a lot of bikes, you see how many of them that I get that just are not that good. This one is very good in so many attributes, which it should be. 4,500 bucks, still a lot of money. You know, that is still pricey. It's relatively cheap-ish when it comes to e-bikes, but that's still a lot of money. And there is some stiff competition in the e-bike world coming up very soon. So I don't even think I've ever been back here. Let's go check it out. We're through right here. This is just a dead end. There's a dude camping right here, man. It's pretty nuts how you can find homelessness in every corner of LA nowadays. It's pretty sad. It looks like it tops out around 63, but it was just climbing, bro. If anything's gonna reduce our range too, it's just, well, going full pin. I really thought they'd cap the speed around like 55 or something. I wasn't expecting to go 60. I mean, not necessarily flying, but hey, that's good enough for me, bro. 12 kilowatts of power, going 60 miles an hour is fine. You really want the range, dude. The range is where it's at. If you ride conservatively too, you could probably beat my range estimates too. We're at 9 miles traveled, just hit 89%, so 10%. Dude, I love that color. I love those SUVs. I kind of want one. 9 miles, 10% battery. What is that? If you times it by 10, that's 90 miles. Do I expect you to get that much range? Probably not, you know, I don't know. I mean, the battery size is 33% larger than A-Ride 2.0, which gives you just shy of like, I want to say 40 miles. So like, even if you're getting 60 out of this thing, that's pretty good. What is going on here? It looks like a vehicle collision. Something happened? Uh-oh. Viewer discretion is advised. We may have to censor some things right here. Not sure. Hopefully everyone's okay though. That intersection right there, Figueroa and Adams, I avoid it by any means necessary. It is so sketch. It is very problematic. I mean, because people are doing stuff like this all the time, and that's like a major intersection. Everyone's in a rush. Typically avoid Figueroa. We're also next to USC. Just nothing but problems. We're actually gonna exit stage left shortly here. And by shortly, I mean right now. We're gonna make a left right here on 30th. We were just out here for our annually 4th of July stream, which was a blast. I'm sure some of you joined us on that, and it was pretty entertaining. And there was a lot of things that were blown up. I kind of want to see if they've cleaned it up already. All right, also entering a part of LA that we haven't really filmed in very often, besides the 4th of July. It's over here in the industrial southern downtown district, south of downtown. I don't even know what you call this part. I guess it's technically South Central. I mean, maybe, like, I don't really know. We saw some crazy stuff when I was creeping around though, so I want to try and creep around even further and see if we see more of it. This bike does allow for some hooliganish riding, which I'm a big fan of. Doesn't feel like I'm about to die either, which is nice. Sometimes I don't always want to feel like I'm gonna die. Sometimes I do, sometimes I definitely do, but not all the time. There's definitely times where I'm okay with just not feeling like death is impending upon me. All right, I guess we're gonna start over here. What are we on, Broadway and 31st, I think? Last time I was out here, someone threatened me. Oh, that's a big old boy. Go, boy, go, go, go. Nice, good boy. Okay, well, it looks like we're gonna be continuing on instead of going slowly through there. We are gonna look at this big ass pile of trash. What in the f is going on right there? Let's go ahead and check it out. The only YouTube channel where the YouTuber stops to observe piles of trash. Yes, folks, that's true. It's the Hicks channel. Let's take a gander, shall we? Bruh, jeez. Beautiful land of dreams, LA, folks. Piles of trash as far as I can see. And a tree for cats. If you need a cat tree, well, they got you right here. Certainly full of roaches, maybe even some rats. We're gonna go ahead and keep going past that before we catch something. Yeah, this tree too is, well, it's pretty crazy. That's all I'm gonna say about that one. We went down it a couple times. I think I'm gonna pass today. Really like the throttle on this bike too. It's something that I've been having some different, now that I've ridden a bunch of bikes, I know exactly what a throttle that I like feels like. And I gotta say, this is definitely one that I like. It feels like a surron throttle, which to me is just a gold standard. It's like everyone was was trying to change the winning formula to make it like better, when they should have just copied the OG, because this is where it's at. I feel very much in control of the bike with this throttle. Once again, a lot of small things that add up to a very cohesive whole on this bike that I really wasn't expecting. I was expecting you know, maybe the not most well thought together experience, but exceeding my expectations. We'll go ahead and put it that way. We're out here like we're somewhere. we're somewhere. I feel like I'm in a movie scene when I come through here. It's like a little market that looks like it was apartments at one point, maybe. And some graffiti on it too. Like, what's going on here? I don't know. We got a 300. I will never play chicken with one of these, bro. Them things ain't stopping for you. You might as well just stop. Just get out the way. Still some remnants on the ground from 4th of July. Some blown up fireworks here and there, but nothing too crazy. Over here on King Boulevard. Guess we'll cut it right. King Boulevard's so nice now, bro. It's paved. This road is nicer than the road I drive on in my house. Got to be careful out here though, man. There's so many hit and runs that happened on a monthly basis on King Boulevard. In these parts around Maine, Figueroa, etc. Gotta keep eyes open. Can it jump? Hey, it jumps. Dude, this suspension feels great. I can't lie. Fast Aces. It's not pretty basic stuff, but dude, what the f happened here? Look at this. This looks like a car accident that caught on fire and then they threw some more stuff in the fire to make it burn bigger. I have never seen this. This is a LA County recycling bin burned down. It looks like an art piece. Someone should take this and make it an art piece, actually. It's kind of sick. Look at this, dude. It looks like a mattress. Yeah, okay, never mind. We were here on the 4th of July. I just remembered where I'm at. We were looking at this exact same pile of burnt things, and I was like, oh yeah, this is a mattress. And it's still here. A few days later, still here. All right, creeping really into South Central if we keep going straight here. A bunch of threatening graffiti right there. I mean, enter at your own risk, one could say. I am entering at risk, that is for sure. I am at heavy risk. Oh. Okay. You know, hey, I always take the blame for any incident that happens in traffic, so that's on me, right? Yeah, we'll go ahead and I'll take the blame for it, don't worry. Continuing on though, in a beautiful South Central, and I'm not kidding, it's a beautiful day. It's very nice. It's like 80 degrees, or it was, now it's like 75. And we're rolling through the hood, baby. Let's go. Once upon a time we went that way. I think today we're gonna skip on it and just go through here. See what's going on in South Central, shall we? Let's go. I haven't been through here in a minute. What's going on here? More things on fire. Daily occurrence, man. LA. Living in LA, things are on fire all the time. Pushing, man, it's a nice day. All right, let's go ahead and get back. We're gonna go in a circle now from here. 11 miles, 83%. Yeah, maybe not excellent range. It's hard for me to compare because I don't do real range tests, but I also pinned it a lot. I was riding full pin pretty much for the whole first part of this ride, so we probably could have got slightly better range if I wasn't just straight up pinning it non-stop. So, I mean, even if you saw 50 miles of range out of this thing, that's pretty good. 10 miles more than you could expect out of bikes in a competing price range. Another thing is Far Driver is so inconsistent that this might not even be the actual amount of battery we have left. My other Far Driver bike will go down to 15% and then it goes up to 35%. So it's like I never really know what like range I have left. So that would be the second thing that I'm not crazy about. The brakes, one. Far Driver, two. I just don't like Far Driver. Like, I don't know, personal opinion type of thing. I'm not crazy. It's just like, I don't know, I don't like it. It's got to be a budget thing because all these brands use it and no one really likes it as far as I know. Some people do, but by and large, it's not great. All right, after one full day riding this bike, I got to say with confidence, my favorite part about it, the seat. So many places to sit. I can just kind of do whatever the heck I want. I can sit back here. I can sit up here. The seat is comfortable. Oh yeah, big fan of that. They are starting to finally figure it out with the seats on these bikes. This one's good. It's a very good seat. That's how you know I'm old. I'm a big fan of the seat. Like that's one of my favorite things. It's crazy. It's like the forgotten part. Just to the left is USC, but then just a couple blocks over is like, it's like the hood, bro. I don't even know how else to put it. It's like what we just rode through. That's what being on the wrong side of the 110 will do to you. Go ahead and cut around up here a little bit. I've never even explored around these parts. Oh wow, we're just gonna turn around. We're rolling through here. This is like the beginning of everything, is this street right here. Once you go further south from right here, going down like Maine, got the hydrant open, or pretty much anywhere, it starts getting nuts from right there. Then on this side we got some sick street art. This has been here forever. I want to say this is new. Actually, don't remember. I haven't been over here in a second, so one of my favorite pockets of street art in downtown over here off of Broadway. Oh my God. Well, that's how it handles some riding through roots and trees, if anyone was curious. I don't know why you would be, but I was just now, I guess. And almost went face first into a pole. Let's not do that today or any day, hopefully. I'll get the blood flowing, huh, folks? We're coming back into downtown. I just wanted to do something stupid. I don't know why, but I did. All right, folks, there's the Electripet Grasshopper, $44.99. This bike is linked in the description if you're interested. Big fan, not only because it matches, but because, I'm gonna be honest, this bike exceeded my expectations. I did not expect it to, but it did. Thank you to Electripet for sponsoring this video. And that's it. See you guys next time. Peace.